We decided one daily segment wasn't enough for Bill Bush and Bill's Thrills, so we turned it into a week-long podcast recap. Here's Bill's Thrills Rewrapped, sponsored by Acres Equipment on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We have a new section. New section on Wednesdays. On Wednesdays. Them's fighting words. Them's fighting words. So it's not just a bugaboo, because a bugaboo you wouldn't fight someone over.
No, not usually.
Not usually. Them's fighting words.
Uh-oh.
And I thought of a phrase today that came up, and I know that I'm super sensitive because of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
But them's fighting words. It's just a dog.
Oh, boy. Oh,
If someone
boy.
says it's just a dog.
Oh, no. Don't get me started on this.
If someone goes with, it's fine.
I've heard it.
Leave it outside. Just leave it in the kennel outside. No, it's winter.
I've
just
heard
a dog.
I've heard it.
Don't worry about it. It's just a dog.
Oh, I heard it when it was where when the debate was, do you put Bullet down?
Yeah.
I heard it from a family member.
It's just
Steve,
a dog.
It's just a dog.
Oh, yeah. That's fight. Them's fighting words. When someone says that would have been me pre-sugar, though,
Pre-sugar.
also.
Really?
Absolutely. It wasn't even.
Don't admit that.
Oh, absolutely. No.
He's saying
I stand by what I'm saying. Not that I'm saying I wouldn't say just a dog, but I meant that I got sugar, now I changed.
Okay.
I've always been that guy.
Misheard him.
Yeah, I've always been that guy.
You're right. There are
when
people.
someone says that, I mean, I want to fight him.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do. Really? How many times do you come home and Bullet's in a bad mood?
Not
Never.
unless he's sick. I mean,
Never, but no. So happy
They're
to see
so
you.
happy to
They're
see
so
you.
happy to see you. They're I mean,
Always.
You treat a dog. That's
Don't-
not.
yeah, you're
when,
so
when
right
you
about
say
this.
the word. Oh, I saw
Just a
someone.
dog.
I saw someone just they were abusing the dog. They were hitting the dog. That's just a dog. Oh, them's fighting words.
No, yeah. Oh God, that's a good. Those are fighting.
Those are you have to pick out what's.
Don't hear them very often.
What's that? You don't hear, but you still hear that.
Yeah, you do.
You heard that phrase.
I heard it.
You heard it just a few months ago.
I did hear
when I remember I had a place for Bullet at our
Yeah.
house. Yeah, I did. Remember that?
That was a tough time for the show.
We had a place for Bullet
Tough.
at our house, and that was before
that's
sugar.
horrifying. I don't even like talking about it.
And we had that set for it. It wasn't just like sip. It's just a dog.
Right. So what was happening with Bullet was I was taking him to the vet over and over, and it was running up quite a bill. And there was people, one in particular, that said, "No, you don't pay that. It's just a dog."
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was like,
So
my
what's
dad.
your response to
But
that?
my dad, my
It's just,
dad
just the opposite.
was interesting. Yeah, he said, "Oh yeah," he goes, "I don't care what it costs.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter." He goes, "The cost doesn't matter."
No, it doesn't.
That's a lot. I mean, you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Let me ask this, Bill. What's the appropriate response when someone says that to you? if it's them
Well,
fighting
it
word,
is.
what
It's
do you
real
say
simple.
back? What do
Fight
you say
him.
back?
Fight him. That's what I said.
Them
Punch
fighting
him in the
words?
throat.
Right here. Right. Throat
Punch him
him
in the throat.
Throat punch him. Throat punch him. That's why I said. That's why it's called them's fighting words.
In the Adam's apple.
In the
Jake.
Adam's apple.
I just had to make sure what the response was.
Jake wanted to be clear.
Yeah, but to be clear.
Thank you for the clarity.
Yeah. There's sometimes
need
just
some clarity.
just clear the furniture out. Just clear things
it.
out.
That's
it. That's it. Right here, right now. It's go
Drop
time.
it.
It's go time. Yeah.
Fighting words.
Yeah. I mean,
That's a good one. God bless
There's
you.
never a time it's like, God, this guy was probably, he was a leader. He was just a man's man. He was this, and he used to always say all the time, "It's just a dog." Never happened. Real dudes wouldn't do that. The people that say that, not real. Don't trust them. Fight them.
Good
Fight
text.
him.
Good text says, what is man's best friend? A dog.
Dog.
Right?
Exactly.
It's a phrase.
It's a phrase.
We all know this.
It's a phrase. Fight him.
Okay, we got some response here.
Okay.
Okay. Text line.
Okay.
Someone says, it says, "Amen." People at work say the same thing when we took our dog in for eye surgery because he had cataracts.
Oh,
Yeah. Fight him.
Fight.
Fight
Next
him.
time, Adam's apple.
Cataracts.
There's
Come
nobody would be upset. What happened?
Rough.
Why'd Tony beat up Randy? Said, yeah, it's just
It's
a
just a
dog.
dog.
Said
Yeah,
it's just a dog. He dropped the phrase.
Anything else in the text
Oh,
line?
yeah. Someone says, "It's just a dog." Response, "You're just an idiot."
There you go. Thank you. Them's fighting words Wednesday.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Them's
You could
fight-
probably go a
You
long ways with
really
this, too.
touched a lot of people's emotions here. Thank you.
Yeah, it's just I think about that of anything with my current sugar, and it's just like no, she just because Great dog.
Yeah, what is, you have some, yeah. And we've talked about it. If something's wrong with your dog,
Oh.
your day's a mess.
Your day's a mess. The cone.
Yeah.
The cone. Remember the cone for months on a time with Sugar just crashing into stuff all around the house.
But you know when a dog looks at you,
yeah, that look.
they can't talk. So
Yeah.
but they give you the look, and you're like, oh crap, something's not right.
Were we not all? We were physically upset when me and Jake were when we saw what you were going through with Bullet. Yeah, it was nip and tuck.
Yeah.
Bullet wasn't going to make it.
No,
right?
it was.
Right.
I thought it was gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah. We thought it was curtains.
Yeah.
We thought it was curtains.
Oh, it was a horrible time.
Anything else in the text line?
We have somebody that's watching actually on YouTube, and they have a comment. I know you don't have this hat on now, but this is going.
Which
this,
one? Which one hat?
Put that.
Porn?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Switch.
Hang on,
Put that
hang
one
on.
Quick change.
Yeah, quick change.
Wardrobe.
He's got 3 hats. He's going through hats. Braxton on YouTube says this. He says, "The Beck's Hybrids corn hat looks great on you, Bill. Stitched right here in small town Syracuse, Nebraska at Beach House, GBR.
Whoa, wait a
Thank
second.
you.
Stitched.
Wait a second.
It was stitched in
It is
Syracuse.
nice.
Yes.
Look at that,
Yeah.
Jake.
That's a
That's
beautiful
a
hat.
nice
It's a
hat.
nice hat. Corn.
Yep.
That's what we
And
do.
it is really stitched well if you look
It's
at
a
it.
good looking hat.
There's something really important. Jake, would you hit breaking news? I got
yeah.
something that we have to hit.
Please hit it,
hang
Jake.
on 1 second. Yep. What do you got, Bill? What's the breaking news?
Okay, this is big here. Block in. So we got some things have come up. Okay, this is from the zoo in Royal.
In Royale.
boy.
One thing to start off with that Reuben the chimpanzee from the Royal Zoo was on Johnny Carson. Reuben
This
the
is
chimp
great.
was on Johnny Carson
So-
from Royal.
70s maybe?
Yeah, probably in the 70s from Royal. Now
You're
here,
kidding me.
yeah. So that's the big. So Reuben was on Johnny Carson.
Do you understand
But
this?
here's
This is big.
This is big. It also turned tragic. Three of the in 2005, three of the chimpanzees broke loose. They hopped out of the deer pen, and one killed a deer. One launched a gas grill into a van, and the chimps had to be euthanized.
Launched a grill
Into a van.
They got
How far of a
loose.
They got
toss was
loose.
that?
It was
Jim-
wild.
The chimpanzees were running
Wild.
wild around Royal, Nebraska.
Wild.
They were wild.
Wild.
Killed a deer and launched
Killed a deer?
and launched. And I don't think
A
it's a lot.
wild chimpanzee killed a deer.
This happened
And then threw a grill.
Think about the headline in the Royal newspaper. Wild chimp kills deer.
How do we get a hold of the guy in the van that was driving by?
The headline in the paper. Wild chimp kills deer in alley.
And this is where Shin Daddy's taking everyone trout fishing today.
It has a history.
It has a history. This is
There's
incredible
no chimps
news.
here anymore.
So
The
we had the
chimps are-
breaking news.
The chimps are gone.
So Reuben was on the Johnny Carson show, and I got this from Tyler Flickman from Pork Chop out of Creighton with this information. One hopped the deer and killed a deer. One launched a gas grill into a van. I want to know can we get any way we can find out whose van this was?
I want to see the
Who was-
newspaper account.
I want the newspaper account. Can someone
Is there a
please
picture?
Can
What is the
someone
photo
please
evidence
do the
there?
historical account of this?
Wild chimp launches what? Launches a
Gas grill.
Launches gas grill
into a moving van.
pickup. See that? You're reading that story.
Can you imagine you live in Royal, Nebraska, and all of a sudden it comes, I'll see hey, the chimps are out.
Oh,
God.
damn it.
Oh, God. Oh, God. All of a sudden a deer just comes flying across the highway.
They got the deer.
He got the deer.
They got a grill.
I don't want to see that picture.
Ruben's got a grill.
Ruben's
got
He
a
launched it. He launched it.
Oh, at Royal,
Wild
Nebraska.
chimps.
There has to be headlines. There has to be headlines.
Wild chimp kills deer in alley.
You have to find it.
That's not a small headline.
Imagine the deer funeral. The deer funeral.
Oh man.
It's Bill's Thrills. Sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors.
Dirk Scott and Ty, you may hit a home run on this one.
God.
We went from them fighting words
Very,
To
very.
Reuben the Chimp, killing deer and throwing grills at vans.
I feel bad for the chimps having to get put down.
Well, they were wild.
They were wild. So
They're wreaking havoc in Royal. Wild chimps wreak havoc in Royal.
somehow we need to get we need a copy of what the paper read that week.
If you can start a headline with wild chimps, it's going to get
Royal
read.
Nebraska.
I'm gonna read it.
In Royal Nebraska. Because right now, if there was wild chimps running around Lincoln, we'd all be aware.
Yeah,
we'd all be aware.
We would be. And it would be quite a headline.
Quite a headline.
Wild chimps.
Deer where at? In
the alley.
Well, we have something here for the kids.
Okay.
Teachable moments.
Teachable moments today.
Cool parenting tips.
Okay.
Teach your kids victory in the vault. Teach your kids victory in the vault. Very important. Teach your kids how to lock down secrets and be the forever cool and accountable kid.
Ooh.
Be the person that just becomes the vault. When you get a secret, are you one that can keep the secret? If you can teach your kids that skill set, they will be forever cool. It's a tough one. Boy, because you get excited about what? You get excited about gossip. You get excited about information. You can't help yourself. There's certain people you know right now, as we said that, it's like, okay, I don't tell that person anything.
No, because it'd be like telling the nightly news.
Nice, because you know right away, it's like you give them the old, hey, listen, keep this on the DL. You know right away that within an hour.
I can think of 3 people right now.
I know some. I know a couple prominent coaches that we talked to on the phone. Like, hey, listen, don't say this to anybody. When he said that, I know that 30 people already know. Already
too
know.
late.
It's already
too late.
Like, you've already this. I'm the 31st person that's getting this information, and it's like it's already out there. But if you can be the one person, that lockdown person, that one friend. You just go like that. You know what? I can tell that person because I know it's not going any further.
But here's the thing
it's
about
a skill set. Go ahead, Steve.
It's a skill set, but what I think human nature dictates that you tell me something, you say vault, nothing. Don't say anything to anybody. But you got one friend that you tell everything to, so you might tell that person, and you can rationalize it in your head like I'm just telling one person. Then that person tells somebody.
Yes, I mean that's what I said.
But how do you not tell somebody?
There's vault people.
There's
vault people. Oh yeah, there's vault people. I know there's people in my life right now that I can tell. Hey, listen,
really,
this goes nowhere, and it goes nowhere. I know it does. But the thing is, y'all
sealed.
With the vault people, what you have to look into is this. There's vault people. Is that you have to look at them and say, okay, not only are they vault people, but could they mistakenly break out of the vault? Some people might say it by mistake. They're not even trying to talk, and all of a sudden, you heard about SIP, right? Yeah. And all they say is, oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. So be careful of those people also. Right. They're not even being
absent-minded.
Yeah, they're just like, it just flies out, and they're like, I didn't mean to say that.
They didn't mean to.
But everyone, I'll guarantee you right now, everyone has a vault person.
I do.
I know. I have several that are vault people. The one that gets dicey is this one. Here's where the diciness gets in vault people, is that there's certain people like that that's like, hey, husband and wife like that. Someone's always like, I can't keep anything from my husband or my wife. We're always going to communicate.
There's that.
If you have those people, they're really not vault people because that now it goes to the extra. Now it goes to the third person.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So now it's a big deal.
It's a tough deal.
It's a big deal. So the vault people, I have a situation with my daughters. They several times have told me things. It's in the vault. If I feel my wife needs to know, I will talk to my daughters and say, I think you need to tell your mom this. You need to have this information. Yeah. If she doesn't need to know for whatever reason, it's something that has nothing to do with any.
Those are tough situations.
Tough choices. But my daughters know that I am a vault. They know that, hey, if I say this, and it might just be something like, hey, we're doing this for mom, or we're doing this, or something's going on that it's like, okay, she'll be excited when this happens down the road or whatever. Vault it up.
You got it. Yeah.
Anything from the text line.
You got to teach yourself how to do it.
Yeah, it's hard.
Just
Some response from the text line, 402-464-5685. East Lincoln West says, my vault person is my lawn guy, Andrew Newton. Stone Cold Vault.
Yep.
Stone Cold Vault.
Also his brother.
Yeah, that's right.
So they're brothers.
But you know what? All brothers aren't vaults.
No.
It doesn't come.
Absolutely
Absolutely not. No. But to have a vault person, here's the other thing too. You don't have 19 vault people. You have one, maybe two. One, maybe two. Usually a family member and a friend member, and that's your only vaults.
Some more response here. Someone says it is a serious responsibility. It is.
It really
Serious.
is.
It is.
But the thing is, either a vault person or not, I can't remember ever being educated on it.
Never
Being talked about.
I've never even thought about it till right now.
But hey, talk to him about this. When you're, hey, listen, this be cool. Don't do that, especially if you don't have the information or whatever. It's just some people just love to be on the inside. Oh, they have all the scoop. I call them TMZs.
Yeah,
The TMZs.
You tell somebody to pick up the phone immediately, probably.
Yeah. Have you heard this one?
Believer says Sip has a half-hour conversation with people and doesn't remember it at all, like Shin Daddy.
Yeah, that happens.
That
you
happens.
guys know I'm a little absent-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Cub says loose lips sink ships.
Yes.
You've heard that.
Yes.
Yep.
Very
Heard
much.
that.
Big B says I'm taking applications for a vault person right now. I need a vault person.
They're hard to find. And also the thing
It's
is
really
that
interesting.
if
That's
they're
interesting.
non-vault people, don't try to change them. That's just who
No,
they are.
no, that's-
They're non-vault people.
No.
Don't give them vault information.
No.
Don't do it.
No,
Uh,
some people just want to talk gossipy.
OG Les Lancaster says I have a few close friends from back home that we all know enough about each other that we had better take them to the grave. If not, everyone from our wives to the feds might be involved.
Wives to feds.
Well,
hello.
Feds. I
well,
wonder if it's the same feds doing the investigation on Beck's seed.
yeah.
Might be.
Yeah, about the rewards
we're
program.
not worried about that, though.
No,
They'll get absolved.
they'll get it worked out.
Yeah.
So there you go. Thank you for the response. By the way,
That is an interesting.
Sean in Omaha, going back to before, he says I bought a pair of Mindles. He bought some
Yeah.
Mindles.
Bottom.
Bought some Mindles. He also
job,
says
Sean.
Free shipping. You get the
he
free
got
shipping.
the free shipping. He got the. He says. He also says yes, important to have the vault. Totally agree with you on this one, Sean.
The vault
Thank
is
you,
an
Sean.
interesting concept.
Teach the vault. That's the part we're getting to.
Uh,
Jake's laughing about
So
something.
someone says, I have no friends, so my secrets stay in the vault for sure. My
No
own vault.
friends. That's okay too.
It's all right.
All right,
It's
you're
okay.
one up on us.
Yeah.
You're
He's
one of us.
ahead.
You're ahead of us.
You're winning. You're
ahead of-
winning.
You're ahead of us.
Lone wolf.
You're
There's some power to that, you know. There's
Yeah.
some power to that.
very interesting topic.
Back to more of Bill's Thrills Rewrapped. Sponsored by Acres Equipment on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get locked in, Steve.
Ooh, here we
Okay,
go.
what is
Bugaboo
today?
Tuesday. It's Bugaboo Tuesday.
There's going to be pushback. There's going to be potential pushback, but my bugaboo is strong. And
Okay.
I'm sticking with it, and I've done research.
Dot it out.
Seclusion for the seconds is sound. Seclusion for the seconds is sound. State basketball. I'm done with the runner-ups getting all the stopping it and giving them all the medals and the hugs and the trophy on the court.
You're done.
Seclusion. The runner-up trophy, very important in your trophy case. Getting the medals, very important.
Okay.
Not going through 14 players hugging 18 to 24 different people after the game's over. They just lost the state championship, and they have to go through it. And the awkwardness is insane.
extreme.
It's extreme. And then no one even tells them what's going on if they happen to lose the game. So they bring the trophy out, and everyone's like, I don't want it. It's kind of like everybody looks like that, and she doesn't know where to go with the trophy. And they're like, and they kind of take it, and they're like, do we pick it up? Do we hold it over our head? What do we do? Imagine this at the Super Bowl. All right, it's a great job, Chiefs. Just sit tight. We're going to bring the 49ers up here. Let's get up here on stage, you guys. Purdy, what'd you think about today? It's a fun game, wasn't it?
Just lost the damn game.
Yeah, I just lost the game. Let's talk to that. There were some crazy calls out there. Let's talk to the head coach. Shanahan, get up here.
Number two.
Number two.
What were you thinking, man?
What a season.
What a season. That'd be great. We won the national championship. I know. I know. Let's try to get the losing team up here real quick and talk to them. Jim Harbaugh, you just sit tight. We're going to get with you in a second. What are we doing?
The NSAA is put on alert.
Oh, it's stop it. Now to give the
I love this.
Give
this
him-
is interesting.
if you're in the locker room afterwards and you lose, like, hey guys, we're all going to get our medals. I'm going to talk to each one of you. We're going to have a separate moment by ourselves in here. And that trophy you just got as a second place runner-up, you were in the state championship game, and me and Steve Sipple would have done anything to have been in that game.
yeah,
Sure.
for
Or anything.
But I don't know if I would want to celebrate it second place.
No, you
Even
don't.
in the locker room.
Even in the locker room, it's
Right.
just like that. You're at that point. You want
Good
nothing.
point.
You want nothing to do with it.
Let alone
Then-
a public celebration.
And then they make you have to go through it. Everyone's standing there, and freshman Tony Collins, and it's like they have to hug 4 different coaches, and it's just like it was so awkward. I watched it, and then I did research on it at Jake's Diaper Keg. So I talked to Schaefer. Yes,
You weren't there.
You weren't
It's okay.
there.
Right.
The
I heard about
allergies.
It wasn't allergy.
So I talked to Schaefer. Schaefer goes, that's nothing. So they do that for the runner-up at the state football, and they announce 75 players.
Oh.
They announce every single
After they
runner-up
lost.
player, and waiting for the other guys to be able to get the trophy. It's okay. It's okay. You finish second. Don't do it. You don't have to. I've been down the rabbit hole already, and
This is incredible.
when they introduce everybody, the whole team gets introduced, and they have to go around and they fist bump 22 people, all 3 refs, all the coaches, all this stuff, and I'm just like, okay, all right, we're doing that. I'm okay. I'll let that go. I'm not a fan, but I don't want that, but I'll let that go. If you want to get introduced, be better, be a starter, try that one out. The
Stream today.
The runner-up things drives me completely nuts. I'd love some feedback
you
from
have
Steve and
there's
Jake.
feedback
And
over here.
Anything? Oh yes.
What's your
Here's
feedback here?
I mean, what you're going to get from some people is, well, Bill, they've always done it that way. Well, that doesn't mean you have to
I don't
keep doing
think
it.
they have always done it that way.
Well,
I don't
as long
think-
as I can
I don't know
remember.
the whole history of state basketball or
what-
football. You know,
I don't
how long
think-
it's been
I don't know
happening
about
for.
Yeah.
I don't think they did that.
Maybe
but
not.
maybe not.
I think a
You know.
long time. Has it
Yeah.
been
It
forever
seems like a
though?
long-
So anyway, I'm willing to take some heat.
No, you're not going to take any
Okay.
heat. I don't
Some
think you'll take any heat.
Some response, a lot of support for this idea, Bill,
Yeah.
from the text line. Actually, on YouTube, Buck says, could not agree more with Bill.
This is really an interesting one.
It's so awkward.
I've never-
When they brought the trophy out, I was watching it. No one knew who to take it, and she's kind of like, because no one even told him probably, hey, you need to be instructed before the game, where everyone is well instructed by the NSA to say, listen, if by chance you would happen to be a bad deal if you guys lost
on
this
the
game,
back end.
but there will be a presentation. And they took the trophy, and then they're all kind of standing there, and someone goes, I don't do what.
Being
And they
hoisted?
kind of go they go like this, and it's like you don't hoist up.
No, you don't
The
hoist up
second place
No, you got a
deal.
good point. What do you do with it?
Just at the moment, to the victor go the spoils.
Yeah.
And they should have their moment, not waiting around
No.
for the team that they just beat.
No, they have-
to have to be able to get off
to
the
have to
court. and be able-
endure
They have to endure that.
Yeah.
And it just, could you imagine losing that game and wanting to be out there on the, hey, excuse me.
No, you're right. How come it's never been addressed? Has this ever been addressed?
That's why we have a show, Steve.
Yeah.
That's why
We
we
address
should.
things that people
Yeah.
don't want to address in this show.
Yeah.
We do that.
Because everything's too feel good. No, like that. Yeah, we don't. No.
Someone says second place is the first loser. Who
Yeah,
wants to be
first-
honored for that? Okay, so
You
on
don't
your
win.
team there.
Yeah.
Isaac says runner-up team worked hard all year. If they want to shake hands and exit, they should be allowed to, so the champs can celebrate. Sure, shake hands, get out of there.
100% agree.
Of course.
It should be
Absolutely.
a quick shake. Congratulations. The coach runs over there.
I wonder why they
Great
do
job
it.
by you. I'm going to go to the locker room.
Somebody's got to explain to me why they do it. There might be an explanation, but I don't know what it would be. Why?
Ryan in California says, if you ever wrestled, you know the feeling of standing at the podium in the second place blows. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
And
I
you
don't
have
want to be here.
Then you have to talk to the guy again.
Yeah.
One quick reminder. Great job beating me. Appreciate that.
Well done.
Well done.
So I'm telling you, Bill, a lot of support in this today. Maybe the NSAA should look into this
I
possibly.
wonder if they're listening.
They are.
Do a survey for the runner-up teams. Do you like being on the court after you've lost the game?
You could
Just
survey.
That's a
They
fair
could
thing to survey,
Just say,
right?
what do you think? And
Survey the last 5 runner-ups.
I'm the first person to say, hey, if like no, it's really important to us.
No, I think you're onto something
I
here.
think it's 100% no.
I've watched them before, and I've thought, man, this looks awkward, but I never made the next step of saying, why do this? Just don't even do it.
It's so
But
awkward.
why do it?
They didn't know what to do with it.
There's maybe
The
a
trophy
reason?
should be in the trophy case, and you have that.
Yes.
Where would you
Display it somewhere.
Where would you keep your second place medal for the runner-up?
I wouldn't.
Now, if you lost it, you would have no. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be like, hey,
No.
real quick, where's my runner-up?
No.
At? You know, at that. The only
you wouldn't.
only silver medal that I think that I think is it would be one you'd want to have would be, was it 1972 when the USA got robbed in the basketball Olympics? So they got completely by the referees. I'm like, I want that one
Yeah.
because I know that we did it the right way and we won that one
Mm-hmm.
fair and square. That'd be the one time.
That is Bill's Thrills
That
Bugaboo
was
Tuesday.
incredible.
Thanks to Mid-Plains Advisors for sponsoring that. Dirk, Scott, and Ty, they'll make you lots of money. 402-730-7387. Top of the hour next on Early Break in the Ticket.
Them's fighting words. Them's fighting words.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
so
it.
They talk about some things. They're fighting
Last
words.
week it was put
What-
your dog down.
what's
Doesn't
that?
matter.
What's that?
No, it was just a dog.
It's just a dog.
Just a dog.
It's just a dog. This one for just fighting words. It's just a game. Hey, Sipple, it's just a game. Oh, when someone says that, I want to lose my mind. It's just a game. Lose my mind. But it's twofold. And Jake fall on the other side of the fold. It's a twofold situation. When you say something's just a game, but you have skin in the game, which means that's your profession as a player or as a coach or as a whatever it is, it's not just a game. Your whole life hinges on what can happen on 3rd and 8.
Hey, Bill, it's just a game.
Just a game. If you don't get a first down, if they fumble a ball, if something happens, your whole life switches on one single play that can happen. Now, Jake, I can tell Jake it's just a game. Even though he gets upset about the Dolphins and those things, it is just a game. He doesn't work for the Dolphins.
I feel
he
like I
doesn't have
do.
that. I feel like you do, but it's not.
It seems like it.
And you look at the people's lives that have changed. And like I said, coaches move because of a drop punt. Coaches get moved. Or if they block a field goal, coaches get jobs. Things happen off of little things. Hey, it's just a game. Hey, Bill Buckner, just a game. Just a game.
Ooh.
The ball went between his legs. I still watch it. I've seen it 1,000 times. I always think maybe this time he stops it. Like that. But it doesn't.
Every time.
And you
Every
never
damn time.
in those times, the things that the moments you never get back. Who was the freshman? I'm drawing a blank on her name for Nebraska. Fouled out in the overtime.
Natalie Potts.
Tell her that was just a game. Just a
Come
game.
on, it's just a game.
I saw her face and when she
Oh,
fouled
yeah.
out,
Right.
and I felt for her so bad.
Yeah.
I felt for the whole team because it's just a game.
Just a game.
That one game right there, which I found out today, was
brilliant.
the 5th highest viewing college game, men or women, ever.
Really?
Nebraska versus Iowa.
You're kidding me.
Nebraska versus Iowa. It was the biggest women's game in 25 years.
You're kidding me.
No.
The 5th highest ever?
Yes.
Good
Yeah.
God.
And
Try
so
to find that rule.
And,
Yeah, go-
and so
yeah,
that
look
was
for
I
it.
heard it on the radio this morning. It was on the ticket
I
on
believe
the
you.
national. Talked about
Yeah.
how relevant Caitlin Clark is
Yeah.
and what she has done for the game.
That's incredible.
But the just a game, the things that have happened off of just fighting words.
I don't have the stomach for your profession. I've told you that many times. I don't think I'd have it. I don't think I'd have the stomach for it.
Yeah, and
Because of what you say.
it peaked-
I've seen it. I've covered it.
That
It's
game, by the way,
amazing.
it peaked at more than 4.45 million viewers in overtime.
That's a big
Nebraska,
number.
Iowa,
Yeah,
women's
just-
basketball.
It's just a game. No, it's not. People's lives change off of those
They
things.
do.
And it
I've seen it.
goes on. Bill Parcells becomes, instead of just being a one-win guy in the Super Bowl, maybe what's he do? The Buffalo Bills miss the field goal. They just make the field goal. Everything changes for the Bills.
Yep.
Even if they lose the 3, if they have the 1, if they wins that one, Marv Levy's like, "Whew, I'm off it." Okay, had some rough times. Wish it was better, but that happened. Instead, the Giants get to the victory, go the spoils. All these things happen. It's just a game.
Just a game.
Because lives change,
Yeah,
jobs
yeah.
change, you move, you meet new people because of it, opportunities that come up because of it.
One thing that it would apply to your profession that I can't stand it when I hear it. SIP. Those guys are all making a lot of money.
Yeah.
No, first of all, they're not. Not all of them.
Not all of them are. No, they're not.
You're
they're
making
not.
$200,000. I mean, it's good, obviously, but I mean, if you get whacked, it's not easy. I mean, nothing's easy about it.
Like right now, Brock Purdy for the 49ers, if he quits playing today, he can retire for a year.
A year.
And that's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
And he's going to be working
Right.
again.
It's not just, that drives me
yeah,
crazy.
It's not.
SIP, they're all making a ton of money. No. No.
I imagine these fighting words.
They're fighting.
2003, the Cubs are playing the Marlins in the playoffs, and Steve Bartman reaches over the railing and takes the ball away from Alou. What if he says, "It's just a game"?
It's just a game. Yeah.
Steve Bartman is still
You wanna
hated
kill
today
him.
by every Cubs fan in the world.
Yeah, he is. He should be.
It's just a game.
It's just a game.
Get him.
So
Those are fighting
every
words.
time I hear that of any sort, it just but at the same
Same.
time, it does apply to some people that are
kind
just
of.
fans.
Yeah.
Fandom, no. If you're in the game, if
Yeah.
you're a player. I've had it on both ends. I've had tragedy and I've had just ridiculous joy.
Right.
I've had both of them happen. Usually that's most of your career. If you last long enough, you have both ends of the spectrum that comes up. But there's times like that. It's like I by the grace, I've got promoted and moved on because of something great that happened during a game.
Right.
And then I've also had something else bad happen during a game.
It's just a game.
And so just a game.
It's just a dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
On
Just
this
a dog.
on this note,
Just a
though,
game.
I don't work for the Dolphins, but if someone tells me after a loss it's just a game, I'm throwing hands. I'm throwing hands.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm not a part of the team, but I feel like I am. All right.
I know you. I know you do.
So-
You've made a big emotional investment.
Yes.
I have. I mean,
You have.
financial.
You've called in.
Yeah,
investment.
no, it's financial and emotional investment counts.
What's the breaker say?
Yeah.
Someone you mentioned this, but Gus says, "Tell Scott Norwood it's just a game."
Yeah.
The man who missed the kick for
Missed
the Bills.
kick. It goes on. You could name thousands of them
Yeah.
where you just go, where life got so much better.
Tell Byron Bennett it's just a game.
Just a game. Yeah, just a game.
Nah, just a game.
Just a game. Things happen. Yeah, but see, it's not a game because it's your livelihood, especially when it's your coach. When you're coaching it, it's truly your livelihood. If you're a GM, it is. If this doesn't pan out, if you don't pick the right person that goes on, it's just like Jordan went 3rd overall, the best player in the hit, but 2 people ahead of him could have taken him, and they didn't.
One more text before we get to the game show. Someone says, "Imagine the press conference with Pete Carroll being if he asked why he didn't run with Marshawn Lynch."
Yes.
He says, "Just a game."
Yeah,
It's
man,
just
it's just a game.
Just a
It's
game.
just a game.
Things happen. Everybody move on. That it's not. It's it haunts.
No, I'm extreme. I'm extreme in that if we were playing sandlot football and someone says it's just a game, I'd be like, okay.
Throwing hands.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Back to more of Bill's Thrills Rewrapped. Sponsored by Acres Equipment on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's so simple. It's so simple because I wrote this down. I believe it was President's Day. But this ties into where we are right now in spring break.
Oh, spring break.
Spring break is going on right now. I know that because there was a bunch of high school freshman girls that were just giggling loud from the basement last night because Gigi had a bunch of friends over. Because
Were they the Apollinaires?
What's that? These were not. These were friends from different schools. There was one Apollinaire there from other school. This is from True Dance. So that was the company.
The Academy?
They worked for. Yeah, True Dance Academy. Is that right? Could be an academy.
Yeah.
Like that. But anyway, the thing that comes up with me right there is to work with your kids to I can't even talk here, to create is Grandparents Glow. Grandparents Glow. I was at Genesis the other day for my workout by the mall.
Getting fit.
By the mall, getting
By
ripped up.
Westgate.
Yes, and this girl came in, young girl, I would guess her maybe 3rd to 4th grade, maybe even 5th, with her grandma.
Oh.
And they did chair aerobics together.
Oh, God.
And that grandma was so excited. They all know each other. They all come in. Because I talked to them all.
Yeah.
I talked to them all as they're getting in. They're getting their chairs set up and stuff. I always wave. One time we had to haul chairs across to a different room, and it was super cold out, so I helped them carry the chairs.
That's kind of you.
But
Bill.
anyway, and so she's in there with her, and she got herself set up, and she did the whole workout that her 78-year-old grandma was doing.
That's beautiful.
And she was aglow.
That's
A
beautiful.
glow. So public time with grandparents, yes, sometimes, I went fish with my grandpa, I did that. But being out publicly with them, they are so proud.
They are.
It is the proudest moment, grandparents and with their grandkids. So the grandparents glow is what I want to promote for you with your youth today, and how important it is to, and then go do things with them. And it's spring break, and now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
But that chair aerobics changed my life.
How long was the session?
Oh, it's an hour. It's an hour. She did the whole thing, did the whole workout. Yeah. Chair aerobics.
I find that if I pay, the grandkids are much more apt to come around.
Come around. Like, that's not a bad thing.
Dinner's on me. I'll be there at
It's
7.
not bad either. But yes, how exciting. So,
It's usually that.
so I grew up with my grandparents in town, in Pender. And so I was there all the time. And they were that was their heaven, to have grandkids
Oh,
stop
God,
by.
yeah.
Or to be out
Or
in
just
public
be
with
with
them.
them, yeah.
Be with them in public doing something. And they would just be like that. They'd be so excited. And God, it's a game changer. It's a game changer for those grandparents to be around them. So grandparents glow.
That's a beautiful picture of that girl with her grandma.
I
Genesis.
texted to myself back in February.
Okay,
And
that
then
was a
long time ago. Then it hit me with spring break. I go, this is your time to make this happen again. And it was just an incredible thing, and it made my day.
Do you do chair aerobics?
I do not do chair aerobics, but I think I'd like to.
We're about at that
fair
point.
We're about
question to
that
ask.
point.
Fair
It's
question
also,
to ask.
and there. I tell you one thing. There's a hierarchy of what goes on in that room, because when I get there, the class starts at 9:30, and so, but there's people getting set up with their chair and their little weights and all that stuff at 8:30. Like, this is my spot. They always go to their same. I can name where everyone's at in the
Routine.
room. They are in the room where they're at, and there's no switching up.
Switch it up.
You think if you took their spot, they would say something to you?
I think they would.
Excuse me.
I think they would say
my spot.
something. I think they would say something.
Switch it up today.
Yeah.
From the text line, a subpar hacker, must be a golfer here, chimes in saying, we are taking our 8-year-old grandson for spring break to Branson for the 3rd time. We all love the time together.
Oh, that's great.
Grandparent glow.
And they'll be aglow. They'll be aglow during this time. They will be. Oh,
It will be a glow.
okay.
No,
Well,
we got it.
yeah.
There's nothing
They'll
in
be,
there. Watch
be
this.
aglow. Anything else in the text line, Jake?
Someone says, on the money, Bill, you made my day. We're fortunate to have 5 grandkids in town. That's Pete in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Chattanooga choo-choo.
Chattanooga.
Tennessee, yeah. Pete in Chattanooga.
God, it is a fun time.
Several people saying the same thing. That it's nice to have their grandkids in town. Don't take that for granted.
Oh,
You don't
I've
see them
always
very
said,
often.
no matter what, you want to live where there's at least one set of your grandparents, because it's different when you see them daily,
Yep.
or throughout the week, or when you're just like, oh yeah, go see Grandma at Christmas. We're gonna be there for Thanksgiving, and then you take off and you head back to Palm Springs. It's like, okay, my grandparents are awesome. When you spend every day with them, like my 3 nephews went to my parents' house, their grandparents' house, every day.
Really?
Every single day they
That's
went
beautiful.
there. And so they took over, like they went to like daycare till they were like maybe like till like even kindergarten. After that, they reported home. They went to my grandparents' house as they went and walked home on their own. Kindergartners walked down to Ron and Sharon's. Like that. Walk down to Ron and Sharon's.
Scaper says, I love having my grandparents close. Grandparent time is key. Also, I don't mind date night with the wife for that. LOL.
Yes.
Drop the kids off.
LOL.
LOL.
Dropped an LOL on there.
Laugh out loud.
And our last text says bleep Trev on the text line. Bleep Trev.
Feelings are hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feelings are they're real.
That's right. That's
They're real.
That's Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows in Lincoln.
All right, we're going to talk some
Ooh, there's the
college.
flip.
We're going
Here's
to
the
talk
flip.
some college football.
No, we're not.
So let's talk about better times first in college football. The first 100 and some years. Who picked the national championship?
The sports
The
writers.
sports writers. It was gold.
The scribes.
Did the scribe? Who's the national champion? I'll pick it. There was times, remember, like in the late '60s, where the national championship was selected before the bowl games. Nixon did it. Gave it to Texas after they won their last game.
Better time.
Better times. Okay. Then they go to the BCS. Then they go to computers. Okay.
That's right.
Now at least they got 2 teams together, because there was times when Miami was playing Nebraska and they were playing for a national championship. Nebraska was 9-2 and they were undefeated. It was horrible. You should have been playing those games. Should have been playing. So they found out a way to do it, and they kind of complained about whatever. Then the college football committee comes in and they select the top 4. Okay, they moved on pretty quickly to that phase right there.
There was that. Yeah, they had that form. Before that was the formula. It was amazing. You get a sheet and you try to make heads or tails out of it. But anyway.
And also the if you just do the research on it, the BCS formula, it works. It worked very well. They could have stuck with that exact formula for 4 teams and been just fine. Wouldn't have jacked anything up to have all these controversies. Who's in there? We got people from the government in there trying to figure out what the top 4 teams are. No, just use the system would have been much better. So then they finally come up with, we're still going to have a committee, but we have an avenue for conference champions to get in. We're going to 12. We're going to 12. That's awesome. Haven't even played one yet, and we're already changed it.
Yep.
We're going to 14. Before there was one time it was even played. To even take a look at it, let's just see how it works. Nope. Now we're going to 14 immediately.
Thank you for giving voice to that. It's very confusing to people, I think.
Yeah, all of a sudden it just changed.
Are we playing 14 or 12?
How do you do that without even playing one time at 12?
Never gave it a chance.
They've already moved on. Now, I will say this, for a lot of teams and coaches and for the University of Nebraska, it's better. Now there's 14 teams to get in. Now the pressure is also on. When you should be able to get into a 14-team playoff. Before, you're trying to get into a 2-team playoff. That was hard. 2 teams, that was it out of 133. Then, okay, now we got 4 in. Still really hard, but guess what? There's a lot of teams alive. We talked about that. When it gets to 14 in 2 years, whatever it is, November 8th, there'll be 48 teams still alive.
Still alive.
Still alive. 48 teams. They'll still be like going, no, if we win out, we're probably going to get in.
Yeah,
this is going to happen.
November 1.
Yeah, it's still going to happen.
So that's
where before
good.
it was over. It was, a lot of teams were like what's the chance of the playoffs? You knew you were out, mid-October.
Oh, yeah.
That's over. No matter what we do, if we go on a heater, if we win our next 6, doesn't matter. That will all change.
That's a good point.
But it was very odd to do it. And obviously, money grab is the reason for it, because when there's more teams, there's more money. And so I didn't really follow it really close, but it was just crazy how fast that moved. It went into it wasn't even like, it was like whoop, it was already to 14.
I know. It's weird. It's a very odd thing. And I just think it's another example of lack of leadership in college football. I mean, I think it's 2026 when it goes into effect, the 14 team.
Without seeing the 12 teams.
So you're always, so what we do this, we'll do this summer. We'll do it a million times. We'll talk about the format for the 14 team. Oh yeah, well, and then you'll forget the format for the 12 team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this year's 12.
This year's
That's
12.
right.
Yeah, what the hell?
I just thought it was crazy that they moved on without ever being a change, without ever playing it.
See,
That'd be like going to 68 like they did in the NCAA tournament with the play-in games. And then being like, before they even said that it's fine, but it's 72 next year.
Yeah.
But we haven't even played the 68 yet. Haven't even done that yet.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's weird. It's odd. I think it's lack of leadership. It's somebody's got to step in sometimes, but there's no who is it? There's nobody. They need a czar.
There's
Come on,
no
Trev.
czar. There's
Come on,
no
Trev.
overall commissioner.
Come on, Trev.
Trev's the czar.
Come on, Trev. just do your thing and serve a couple years at A&M like you did in Nebraska, and then be the guy.
Be the czar.
Yeah.
Someone says the no playoffs in college football was definitely not better times. That's Ron in the text line. Not your dad.
I would have to. Could be.
Sort of fun.
It was just crazy how it was. Think about that, how it was selected, and you only had miracle matchups a few times. Like Nebraska played Florida State.
It usually
that was
worked
true.
out.
Where the winner was going to win the national championship. That didn't happen a lot. Where the two teams that matched up were in the spot.
Right.
It was like no. It'd be like, what's going on? Well, we got to see what happens in the Rose Bowl next.
No.
See who they're playing and what happens because it's conference aligned. So you may have several times teams went with a couple losses. They still won their conference, and so they weren't in the national championship. But just sports writers picking the national championship. Incredible.
It is incredible.
That is Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Hour 2 next on Early Break in the Ticket.